Speaking of not normal, we got a government we got a government that really makes me cringe. You maybe heard what Governor Dewine just recently did. He was bullied, okay, if you will, into vetoing the SAFE Act. The SAFE Act. He was bullied. How was he bullied? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Saving Adolescents from Experimentation Act. I love the way they title these things. They make them sound so, oh, that's just, wow, that's beautiful. That's a great thing we should support. Yeah, the SAFE Act. Saving Adolescents from Experimentation Act. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine struck down a bill that would have banned gender-affirming care for minors. And Republicans, who have a super majority in the legislature, could override DeWine's veto. I don't think they will. I doubt it. I think there's a lot of political pressure going on, and I think there's a lot of pressure from big business as well. Here's what happened. Now, this bill would impact a very small number of Ohio children. How small? How common is intersex? Okay, we hear about it every day. How common are intersex issues? Somebody who believes that, I'm a male, but I believe I'm a female, or I'm a whatever. I don't know. There's 79, 80 different genders out there. I have no idea. Believe it or not, 1 in 2,000 deal with an intersex issue. 1 in 2,000 people. So when you put that in perspective, you begin to realize that this is a very small number of people that we're talking about. So DeWine caved to the parents of a few because they were touting things like this. My child would have never survived. My child would be dead today if they had not received the treatment from Ohio's children's hospitals. The treatment that parent was talking about is the treatment for gender-affirming care. So you take your child in to see your doctor because your child, who's a boy, believes he's a girl, and you go to your doctor, and your doctor cannot disagree with the child. Even if you, the parent, disagree, he can't. He has to affirm the child's belief, even at 5 years old. My friends, there's something sick and seriously wrong with this. The actual number of people who struggle with this issue is so small. In the United States, approximately 0.52% of the adult population identifies as transgender. Okay, less than 1%, 0.52%. That's according to 2022 data, so it's pretty much up to date. People who are age 13 to 17 are more likely to identify as transgender, because their brain hasn't been fully developed yet. They don't know if they're male or female. They may have looked down, but they still can't figure it out. That's up to the parents to be able to, reinforce the truth in your child's mind. But, we're way beyond that as a culture. About 1.4% of the population in the age 13 to 17 are transgender, followed closely by 1.3% of those 18 to 24. So in Ohio, there are 46,000 transgender people out of 12 million. 46,000 out of 12 million. Okay, I think we're going to put that on the screen. It's 0.003875. 0.003875%. And for that, Mike DeWine caved. Small percentage of people, hardly any. Yeah, okay, so 46,000 people, if you just look at 46,000 people, that seems like a lot. But in a population of 12 million people, that is a drop in the bucket. We cannot be kowtowing to small numbers of people, especially when it comes down to the welfare of our children. But here's the real reason I think DeWine caved. There are 375 pharmaceutical and medicine manufacturing companies in Ohio. I wonder if that played a part in DeWine's decision to veto the bill. Why? Because it's all about money. It's always about money. Gender-affirming care is about money. Money to the hospitals, money to the administration, monies to the pharmaceutical companies, money to the surgeons, monies to the doctors. When you got 375 major corporations in your state that are making money off the whole transgender issue, you could bet that there was some pressure being applied. You could bet on it. So we did a little research. Here's what we found. The governor received $40,300 from the Ohio Children's Hospital Association, Cincinnati Children's Hospital, Nationwide Children's Hospital, and the ProMedica Children's Hospital, all of whom support transgender medical care. Aha. Oh, well, it's only $40,000. Nobody would do that for. Why not? It's a brand new car. Why? Governor can't give in to $40,000? Hey, in our state, they threw the governor out a few years back. Friend of mine, great guy, and a great governor, Republican. Yeah. But he had a contractor put in a hot tub for him. And the Democrats persecuted him so much, he lost his job. Let me tell you something. You know, when it comes to money, you cannot get involved. You gotta get away from it. Mike Dewine should know better. He should know better. Another Republican that is not acting in the best interests of his people.